ongoing rift with his family. Well, joining us now is royal expert Victoria Howard. Hi to you, Victoria. So it started, roughly half an hour ago. What have you heard? What's the sense that we've been getting from Prince Harry?
So Prince Harry features in this documentary alongside many others who claim to be victims of phone hacking and are going through this legal process. What we've heard in the half an hour that's aired so far is that this really was, for him, a difficult period. He looks back at some of the headlines that were written about him. For example, when he and Chelsea Davy were together, when he was accused of taking drugs when he was a teenager. And it does seem to be quite an emotional time. So I think one thing that's really come through quite strongly through this documentary is the emotional toll that can be taken through such an invasion of privacy, which of course the courts have agreed with by granting him the win and the compensation.
And whenever Prince Harry speaks, obviously people are interested in how any sense of his relationship with his family, and it was clear in the run-up that he largely puts the issue with the papers is behind part of the rift which is ongoing with members of his family. Has he expanded upon that? What's he said?
So there's a few things in that. He says it's a central piece to the rift with his family. And if we look back to his book Spare, he actually says that it was one of the first things that both William and the King asked about over his wife Meghan and how she was doing, which he seemed to be quite annoyed about. So that's something that I think is a point of contention between both Harry and Meghan and the wider royal family, because they see the press as a necessary evil. They are there to report on the royals' work, report what the monarchy is doing, and help kind of contextualise and give it its place in society, any of the good that it's doing, the charity work, for example. However, Harry very much sees it as an invasion of privacy, that they don't have barriers. The tabloid press, of course, we're talking about. I think he's very open to the idea of a free press that reports on things accurately. But for me, I think until they see eye to eye on that issue, that is not going to be resolved. So it's going to be a number of years before we see even the smallest steps of them coming together again and working that out, which I think most people who pay attention to the royal family would like to see. It's a shame to see the family kind of split in that way.
And just briefly, Victoria, as in most times that Prince Harry is interviewed, his mother is mentioned. She's very much part of his story.
Yes, he says that she motivates him. He believes that she was one of the earliest victims of hacking in the 1990s. And that is something that, she will not see come to fruition, whether that's a success in court. So for him, that's a big driver.
OK, Victoria Howard, I know you're going to keep watching. Thank you for now.